Okay, in this tutorial we're going to look at using Excel to understand entering information, changing the default number of worksheets, using the Save As command, moving with the keyboard, and some key tips. So, easiest way to start Excel is simply hit Start and type Excel. Choose the option that says Microsoft Excel by just clicking on it, of course, with your left mouse. As Excel launches, it'll come up and see this form. If we look at our goals here, let's look at a worksheet and kind of some of the areas. When I click in this area, we see a box, and we see this number here highlight. It's telling us the coordinates. This is at A2. So this cell is A2 cell. If I put this number 5 is stored in D5. Now I can change it to 12. Spreadsheets can do multiple things, so I'm going to change this to maybe something more useful and just say this sheet is going to track our expenses. And this sheet down here, you see I can go to sheet 2 and I can say this sheet will be our income. This sheet will be our savings plans. So the sheets say sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. They're full of just gadzooks of number of cells. Kind of no end there. And they allow us to go in between. Now if you hit this little icon, you'll insert a new worksheet, or you can see the key shortcut Shift F11 shows up. I can also right click on this and say I'd like to rename this to the expense sheet. Kind of redundant, but good for demonstration. This one, I can right click and rename this called income. Hit enter. In sheet 3, I can show another. I can just double click right on there. While it's dark, don't hit backspace, just simply type savings. So there I've got these tabs all ready to go, and I could just start putting in, rent, food, fun, car insurance, and so forth. Where income, I could put day job, night job, evening job, paper route. No reason not to be busy. And this gives us this idea of just moving around. If I see this overlap, watch the cursor. It's this big plus sign or cross sign. And when I go up between a column or between a row, it changes. And I can go like this and make that wider. That didn't make it wider on the expense sheet, but it did on the income. So these are the basic ideas. So savings plans, I might want to go that way. Everything operates on a cell, so I'd click the cell and make it bold. So those are some of the basics of just moving and understanding cell information. Changing the default number of sheets. That's what these are called, worksheets, that we currently have 3 there. If I wanted another one, I just hit plus or that little star. If I get too many, I'm going to need to scroll around to see them. And this will kind of let me scroll that way through the rows. Okay. One of the big things is to know where you're saving at it. And when we do File, right now when we do File and Save As, I always like to start there. I now have to see Libraries is a new Windows 7 feature. It's kind of a collection of shortcuts. But what I like to do is be very deliberate. Go to my computer, find the drive that has my name, login name there, click that, then find the folder where I might want to put this in. so that I don't get it in the wrong area. So I have lots of folders, but here's the industrial PC class, and I would select that, and I could save this as a sample. Okay. Little tip here, as we go up here, if you're familiar with Windows, there's a thing called Path. This looks a little bit different, but if I click to the right, so nothing's highlighted, a left click, it shows me my path. Hey, I'm on the N drive, the industrial PC class 2 folder. So I kind of know where this is going. So Excel Basics. Put that in. There it is. Now I see that file up here instead of Untitled. Okay, so shouldn't be a problem. Those are the basics of using it. To move, the main character that you're going to want to use is the tab key to go sideways, or the arrow keys. You don't really want to treat this like Word or texting where you click in each one and type a value, and then you click in each one and type a value. In fact, you don't even have to double click to see a cursor. I can just put, that in there and just type away, and every time I hit the enter key, it's just going down. So there's my expenses, and I'm just going to do a total, and I'm just going to hit a simple formula and say, hey, that is equal to this plus this plus this plus this, and notice the colors. It's helping me see what cells are included in that total. Okay, this is called a formula. They always start with equals. That's covered in another video. This is a pretty bad way to do it. Normally we would just simply use the sum command, drag down over the range or where we think we'll have numbers, and hit enter. And there we go. And that way, if I decide I want to spend more on fun, I get to see the impact, right away. So I'll put 150, and it changes the total. Car insurance seems a little bit low, so I'll put that to 125. That's the basics of using Excel. You can also just hover and see if anything shows up as a key tip. Okay.